combination of like what the comps are per square foot versus like what you think it'll rent? Is it strictly based off the rent and like what kind of like a discounted cash flow or like a cap rate, or like what do you guys,
Yeah.
when you think about valuing these properties, how do you underwrite them?
We really look at all of them. I think when it comes to underwriting performance and returns, we look a lot at historicals. But it's easy to sort of say historicals. This space, I think part of the opportunity in this space is the fact that when you look at the data that you can access in the short-term rental space, it's really going back to the mid 2010s, and that's the institutional data that you're able to access when it comes to sort of underwriting and looking at historical performance. It's not an overly robust track record like there is in primary residences and sort of your consistent 12-month rentals, in terms of what there is out there to sort of comp off of. But part of that is what we're building on the acquisitions engine. We're taking multiple sources of short-term rental data, trying to parse out as much as the bad data or bad quality data that you can. The seasonality doesn't make it any easier. You have people that pull their homes off the market for whatever reason for a few months out of the year. You kind of have to sift through some of this and make sure you're getting the right data sets that really speak to what you're trying to drive. And then you can sort of filter out a lot using technology. We found that you can clear a lot of the noise using tech, and then kind of take it the last mile with the human set of eyes around evaluating the right comparisons in that market for the asset. But when it comes to how we think about returns as a business, we certainly look at all three of those metrics: cap rates, DCF, market comps, historical cash flow, et cetera, underwriting performance and comparables in that market. I think consumers and customers definitely care about cash flow, I think, more than anything else. The average customer, even a customer who's pretty sophisticated or well-educated, I think when they're getting their feet wet in this space, they might know a lot in a different space, but most of them come to us, they probably don't know what a cap rate is, and nor should they. They don't need to necessarily to be getting into the right asset. That's part of the value we're supposed to provide, right? But customers do care about what the cash flow looks like, whether it's lowering their monthly payments, covering their monthly payments entirely, or offsetting something. I think that's really important when it comes to actually making a decision on this asset. I think the investors, on the other hand, folks that invest in these businesses or invest in the real estate, care a lot, certainly about cap rates and DCF, and those can certainly be weighted one way or another depending on the investor type. And different investors want to focus on different metrics based on their return profiles.